What's good, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Listen, so winter solstice is coming in fast. It's kicking my butt, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it. A lot of this is going to be on automation this following week, so I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy watching. Drop your city and state in the chat. Help your girl out versus Skynet. Again, the title of this video is Automation on Steroids, and Finance Bro, and Construction Bro Takeover 2025. Now, if you've been watching this channel for years at this point, we stay talking about digital products, service products. And we've always talked about, we had several videos in the past on stocks and investing accounts and M1 finance, and we helped launch the careers of many stock folks who come on this channel. And I want you to understand, like, next year is on steroids. Like, people think things are going real fast right now. Man, it's faster than ever. I got to learn about someone's team and how they just have somebody on their team pulling up viral stuff every day, and they just, make tons of content. And so that's why I told you I'm moving way into the producer side of things, because I can see where it's going, and I'm excited for it. And I'm excited for a lot of you, but I'm also in a position where I can invest differently. I can invest differently with my time and my energy and my money. So listen. First things first, I've got a series of clips I want to go and show you guys, but make sure you drop the city and state in the chat. Join us at Digital Liberty Warriors School, or join us at Middleman to Millions School. We have a lot of content coming up as I'm practicing some Middleman to Millions techniques on some family members here in the Carolinas to grow their SEO, grow their presence online, Google My Business stuff. I will be sharing that inside Middleman to Millions to show you guys how I'm testing it on these younger people and growing their service businesses in this region. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's not even hold you guys back. I want you guys to see some of the stuff I've been seeing online. I think it's just so vital and so important. Okay, a lot of you are going, Erica, right now as we come out of football, the NLI money is bananas. By the time you're watching this, Travis Hunter got the Heisman, all that good stuff. But I want to show you, like, the kind of remind y'all, when people realize there's money in a space, it's about to get real commercial. Prime example, let me show you guys this guy first.
Jackson for Arizona State. Running back Jackson, he is suiting up for the first time tonight. A nameplate you wouldn't normally see. He came to America from China at age 17. He played a year of high school football. Then he walked on to Arizona State's team. He's believed to be the only Chinese-born player at the FBS level. Earlier in the week, when he saw his jersey, he broke down in tears. He was that? Chose the English name Jackson, by the way, because he is a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Jackson He looking for the end zone, driving the legs, and he is there. It's a touchdown for Jackson He. What a night for that young man.
The fight, the determination right there, and just how important every carry and play that he's played tonight means to him.
I don't know what to say. Like, it's not me. It's all the linemen in front of me. I call them the Great Wall because they protect me, and then I just get in, I don't know.
What was your celebration?
I was doing a little Grady, but I call it Chinese Grady. Yeah. I mean, it's a blessing, man. Thank you for all the support and love, man. It's just a start. I wanted to know, like, Chinese can ball too, Yeah.
The story of ASU's Jackson
for Arizona State.
All right, why am I bringing this up? Why am I showing this player? As NLI money gets big, trust me, this kid will have lots of bankroll. This kid will have lots of people in the Asian community throwing money his way, people overseas interviewing him, people pouring in some NLI money because he has a unique presence. And that's what they're trying to do with marketing. It's always what's the unique hook, what's the catch as this football gets more commercialized, which it's always been, right? Just some people have been able to capitalize it, some have not. I would not be surprised if I go find his social media and it's just nothing but sponsored posts. I'm seeing that more and more now. I saw a female basketball player, not that popular, but I knew exactly who she was because the team jersey she was wearing in the commercial, and she was promoting like a regular, black hair girl gummies. And I was like, oh my God, this is, it's really transcending so these kids can get access to this money, and it's going to be crazy. So again, why am I bringing this up? I want you to understand digital products, affiliate marketing, coaching, TikTok reviews, Amazon reviews. There's going to be big money for your average everyday Joe on that, but it's going to be big money for some of these sports kids. And so you're going to start seeing more Asian, Indian, like you're just going to see a lot of multicultural people slide into football all of a sudden. And it's going to be, and they've been there. If you ever lived in California, you know anybody from California, they do studies on this, that if it's usually an Asian father, white mother, they have a ton of football, baseball related kids. If you look over, just Google the stats for Asian American football players, huge numbers in California. You already know what that is. Huge numbers in Texas. So the kicker, Young Lee, that was with the Atlanta Falcons, I may be saying his name wrong, out of that same space. So I'm bringing that up for various reasons, but I think you guys got to pay attention to that. It's something you're going to see a lot more of. So just on that NLI tip. Okay, let me get to the next one. And you know, I'm going first with, you know, our social media spots first. Hit our social media stuff up, and then we'll go over to our automation, because I just had to go hit this area first because I think it's so important if you guys are missing like this giant picture. Okay, here it is. Now, many of you are going to say, I'm tired of podcasts, Eric. I'm tired of hearing about podcasts. I don't get it. Or some people loving them. Like they're getting more and more traction every day. So it depends on who the person is. But I don't know. Do y'all remember the hot wing, where they would do a hot wing challenge? And at first I thought this is stupid, but then I start seeing more and more stars come on, more and more people, you know, doing the hot wing challenge. And I was like, who would put their superstar person on this? And I realized it became a thing. And here you go. Hot Ones. Hot Ones has been sold for $82 million. The Hot Ones, the viral celebrity interview show, was sold by BuzzFeed. Again, BuzzFeed. Now, I don't know if you remember BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed came out like before the pandemic, but the pandemic put BuzzFeed in the atmosphere. Who came out of BuzzFeed, if you can think about it? Juanita, I may be saying her name. What's the girl who put over the show Abbott Elementary? Everybody knew who Abbott, the girl, Quinta Jackson, Quinta something, right? But she was on BuzzFeed. Several other people who are now on TV shows were on BuzzFeed. So BuzzFeed, who's kind of fell out, they lost a lot of money, they lost a lot of different stuff. They were the holders of this show, the Hot Ones. And they sold to an investment group led by Soros Fund Management. Again, why would Soros Fund Management buy a podcast where people are eating Hot Ones chicken wings? Again, think about all the sauce companies that's been on that table, how much money they've made selling sauce. Also think about the sponsorships. Also think about the questions that are going to now be asked. Right. So again, the deal includes Sean Evans. So the host gets to stay as a stakeholder, thank God, and helps BuzzFeed address its financial challenges. Again, BuzzFeed has financial challenges. It's almost bankrupt like Vice. It's just bankrupt, right? It's like when you have all these amazing creators coming and creating a thing and then they leave, it is what it is. Meet Kev on Stage, does amazing. But if you notice, Kev on Stage and that chick Angel have done now more shows and more stand-up comedy shows. Why? Because they have to bring the capital in, and shows bring the capital in. They put a lot of money in their production, a lot of money in doing their shows. They film them in 3-4 days. You know, Meet Kev's always saying he wish he could do more like Tyler Perry and them. And it's like, you already are, dude. You got a Roku, you got all this stuff, but pay attention. These people are now looking to, once you have the money from COVID is gone, the long time attention was gone. You know, that's part of what it is. That's what it is. They have to sell. They have to get money while they're at it. Again, a lot of these projects you see online, they've been doing it for years. They've been putting a lot of energy, time, money. As myself, as a person from behind the scenes, we put a lot of money into projects and blogs. And by the time you see it and it really hits, that owner's probably already beyond ready to sell. Beyond ready to sell. Let me see. I had another one over here. Now, also, I want to remind you, Careful who you partner with. Now I know everybody's talking about Travis Hunter and that girl. Yikes, but good luck to him on that. But there is several other creators who they've gotten married or they get a spouse, and you have to get a spouse that's in line with your goals or on the team of like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. And they were like, that's perfect. Let's do it. Let's work together to get this done. That's what you're aiming for. Okay. I know a creator, very famous, millions of dollars. I would say personally lonely. Be careful about that. But as you get more and more famous, as you make more and more money, sometimes you get up to an echelon where you're like, damn, is anybody feeling me, understanding what I'm saying? And he got with a woman who her whole dream, her whole thought is, I just want to live in Nashville. I just want to live in Nashville. So this guy leaves Austin, Texas, goes to Nashville, Tennessee. He's there for 8 months, realizes I can't run a multi-million-dollar company that's based in Austin, Texas, in Nashville. Now, before he met the girl, he was talking about a ranch. He was talking about building these things. And everybody's like, those are great ideals. Like, build out your future in Texas, right? Well, after 8 months in Nashville, he's back. And now it's full steam ahead on what we originally heard this person talk about. Now, you have to understand people do what they do to keep their marriage. And I salute them for if that's what they got to do. Like, hey, I tried it your way. That didn't work. Hey, I'm going to bend over backwards to meet you halfway. I just want y'all to be very careful. When you're discussing relationship stuff, a lot of people go in by what does this person look like? And they throw all caution to the wind. Once you do that, that is very dangerous. I don't give a damn what anybody looks like at this point. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to do this. I see billions of dollars being stacked up in Texas. Are you trying to stack it up with me? Oh, yeah. Great answer. You know what I'm saying? And so I got 2 more. This one I'm going to show you. This is a social media person that racked up $5 million in a 2-year window. Again, that's what I tell y'all. If you really hit it, you go crazy, it goes wow. Now she's not even the number 1. She's number 2 to help this function. And after these 2 posts, I'm going to go show you automation because it's important. I need y'all to see it. Oh, wait. Boom, boom, boom. Before I show that, this is also important. Let me show this. Georgia-based Black-owned farm scales their business and is now selling their beef, lamb, poultry nationwide. The Swanson family farm. Why am I bringing this up? Why is it important? A lot of y'all will say, Erica, a lot of people, Black farmers, they don't exist. It doesn't matter. I want you to understand, if you have a farm at this point, if you start a farm, I'm working with someone, I have a friend who he has a farm and I want to help him blow his business up and sell internationally, nationally, right? At least. I want you to understand, like, now more than ever, social media. You get 2 or 3 influencers, just 2 or 3, and bring them. Even the guy I was talking about earlier, whose wife distracted him from his plan, when he mentions 2 or 3 farmers, they sell out of beef. He has to go find other farmers to provide beef and ribs and chicken to his family. Because every time he mentions a name, people run and flock and sell it out. And he doesn't even do it necessarily for pay. He does it for, the love. I mean, that's the best way to say it. Do it for the love. And so if you're a Black farmer right now, if you're a Black person with some type of internet brand, you can sell across the world.
This is by a buddy of mine. Well, I'm not a teacher. Hint, so we're working on those details. But we've scaled. We're going to be running this cattle business nationally now. I'm doing quality assurance with a farm in the Midwest. I'm going out there. You'll see those videos. I'm doing quality assurance with a partner farm in the Deep South, Mississippi. You'll see those videos. And we will have national distribution, and it'll be poultry, it'll be pork, it'll be lamb, and it'll be beef. And I'm excited to get at least, we'll probably have 100 head here at this place. Right now, we just testing fences, making sure that these jokers don't want to get out. I'm excited. Swanson Family Farm, SwansonFamilyFarmLLC.com. Hey, y'all.
All right. Why am I bringing this up to you? Because I think more than ever, you're going to want your local farmer, your farmer that you know, your farmer that you can see, touch, see, smell. You're going to want that farmer. Okay. So let me go ahead and go to the last 2, like I originally said. My bad. And if this is good content, you guys drop a 1 in the comments. Let me know if this is helpful for you. Before we even get to the automation stuff, I really want the digital stuff to always be at the forefront of your mind, because people say, Eric, I don't have money to start a SaaS company. I don't have money to do this or that. Like, all you need is your camera. All you need is your fucking camera, dude. Your cell phone and a system. And we try hard, our best, to be like, follow this path, follow this formula. This is why this formula matters. Okay, let me get to it. You know, when you think you close a lot of windows and you realize you got like 9,000 windows open. Hold on, y'all. Almost there. Oh, that ain't it. That ain't even it. That ain't even it. My bad. My bad. Okay, hold on, hold on. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. My bad. My bad. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is number 2 to the number 1. Okay, so this girl is her and her friend. Basically, she was the behind the scenes, but still doing content, the branding, the SEO person. Okay. And her friend, you know, again, this is mama, that mama in pajamas. Okay. Right. So her and her friend were basically nursing people, right? Getting their nursing degrees, working together, getting ready to both be, you know, nurses or whatever, right? They're from the same region, right? In New York. Now, the one on the left moved to Rock Hill, South Carolina, or they moved to Charlotte and then they moved to Rock Hill, South Carolina. But what happened is they were still talking on the phone, communicating. Hey, let's start this thing. And they went and did what? They started making all this content, and the one on the left made $5 million in sales. And then this one, because she was tied to her, made I think close to 2 or 3 mil, but not the same amount. Okay, and they pretty much stuck to each other, stuck together, and it's important because I want you to understand, like, no one builds massive things alone. And I love how they always say like 5K to 15K, you know, because that's something people can wrap their head around. The average marketer, right? A digital marketer makes 177,000 a year. That's according to the IRS. Many of you were like, "Oh no, all these people aren't making any money, Erica. The IRS says these people are broke." The average, again, they're making 177 on average. What they all write off, that's on them. That's on them. Okay. So anyway, so long story short, why is this important? A lot of this stuff is there. Any business, any company, I want you guys to hear me, is a person, problem, products. You can put this in the chat. Person, problem, products. Okay. What is the person? Who's the person they're trying to reach? They're trying to reach the moms who would love to go back to be a stay-at-home mom, or who would love to get more time home with their kids. Now they're like, how can I use marketing? What's the problem? They need money to leave their jobs they don't like, spend more time with their kids. And there's a number in that mom's head. And honestly, what I see in all the marketing is 5 to 15K, right? If they can bring in 5K a month from the computer, their husband's probably like, girl, bye, go sit at the house. That's cool. Can you do it? Right? 15K a month is something I see a lot of people marking. If they can make 15, like, you can do whatever you want, baby. Right? And so the person that I think they're aiming for is a woman or a man who is like, I'm seeing the internet. What's the pattern I can follow? Right? Problem is, I don't know how to do all this stuff. The product is them giving you a digital class that goes boom, 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 boom. It's the same thing I do with digital liberty work. It's like, hey, here's your problem. You want to make, hey, Erica, I want to make 5 to 10K a month. How do I do it? How do I get a formula to follow? How do I have a plan? Boom. I don't recommend you dancing all over the internet. I don't need to do that. Right. But I want you to understand, like, a lot of this is affiliate marketing. Again, you can see her here, but I'm gonna see if I can click on the other girls. Here she is. Yeah, you can see her. Build wealth with Chess. You've probably seen her all over the place. Again, she does a combination of stuff right here. Digital products, affiliate marketing, coaching, TikTok reviews, Amazon reviews, trying on things, taking pictures, posting on Pinterest. I tell y'all this all the time. It makes money because it makes money. It makes money because it makes money. Trying on clothes, taking pictures. Again, why am I going hard telling y'all about TikTok Shop and TikTok affiliates? Why am I going so hard about that? Because I know and I see people making big, crazy buku. We talk about inside Digital Liberty Warriors of the numbers on Kylo Data and some other ones where you can see how much the creators make in a month. We see the creator making 20K a month, making a bunch of videos, unpackaging boxes at their house. And then we see on Joint Brands how we can buy those people. That's what it is. And then promote our products. So again, I just want you to understand, like, this stuff is not rocket science. And I try really hard to break it down inside those groups. Now, here's one that I think is in the same category as NLI, but more on these athletes are starting to realize how much billions of dollars they're bringing in the stock market, in the valuation of these companies, and they're asking for more, and they should. Now, here's a great one. Here he is. Many of us may not know racing, but racing has not been like the Black people sport. You know what I'm saying? It just hasn't for various reasons. And now you're starting to see some people, and this is particular when he started out very clean cut. Now he has braids. When you make a certain amount of money, you could start dressing how you want. But let's go there. Let's go there. This is how you mess up on your money.
Yes.
500-600 million. It's already paid for itself. It's like the best investment they've ever made.
Yes.
Even if they never.
Let's just refresh it. All right. So.
Yes. And then ambassadorship out the ass. That's the other thing, right? He wanted to be like an emeritus ambassador for Mercedes. And they said no.
Yeah.
They said no. They didn't want Lewis Hamilton representing them until 2035.
It's crazy. He should own a piece of the company. He should have stock in the goddamn company. He should be a part owner.
Ferrari was like, they're not only going to pay him $100 million a year, but John Elkann proposed a $400 million investment in Lewis's initiatives like Mission 44. And they're going to make him an ambassador for Ferrari because they understand having Lewis. How much did their stock go up?
The stock went up 10% today, which adds $10 billion to Ferrari's market cap.
It's already paid for itself and then some. However much money they gave them.
Yes.
500-600 million. It's already paid for itself. It's like the best investment they've ever made.
Yes.
Even if they never win, they've made so much money. Honestly, they underpaid Lewis, it looks like. Lewis has got to look at this and be like, I should have asked for more.
Yeah.
This is a steal. This is an absolute steal. They offered Lewis, it's looking like $100 million a year, right?
Yes.
And then ambassadorship out the ass. That's the other thing, right? He wanted to be like an emeritus ambassador for Mercedes. And they said no.
Yeah.
They said no. They didn't want Lewis Hamilton representing them until 2035.
It's crazy. He should own a piece of the company. He should have stock in the goddamn company. He should be a part owner.
Ferrari was like, they're not only going to pay him $100 million a year, but John Elkann proposed a $400 million investment in Lewis's initiatives like Mission 44. And they're going to make him an ambassador for Ferrari because they understand having Lewis. How much did their stock go up?
The stock went up 10% today, which adds $10 billion to Ferrari's market cap.
It's already paid for itself and then some. However much money they gave them.
Yes.
500-600 million. It's already paid for itself.
Do y'all understand that? Put a 1 in the comments if you got it. Put the word stock in the comments if you got it. Put the word stock in the comments if you got it. Because I don't think people understand racing is this kind of elitist sport per se. And in Austin, we have the Formula One. And Austin was so country. They were going back and forth with these people. And they were like, well, we'll take the contract away. And Austin had to come back beg, please, I'm so sorry. Please come back. And so during Formula One, we have Brazilians, Argentinians, people all over the world come in. Big money, big money. Okay. Austin had to eat crow a little bit. And so the problem with what I want y'all to understand is they're paying this guy $100 million a year. No matter the country he chooses to live in, they getting some tax money. They getting some tax money off old boy. Now initiatives is just sweetener on the back end. Let's say he has a foundation. Let's just say that. Let's say he has one of those Hillary Clinton foundations and they're donating $400 million to different initiatives that he wants, right? Could be poor kids in London, could be poor kids in the ghettos, it could be people in Africa, it could be whatever the initiatives are. They're donating the money. So you're talking about a guy who's getting $100 million a year on top of $4 million donated to his initiatives. He could be owner of some of them initiatives, quotation, comments. Then he's beginning to be an ambassador. That means he's going to be in those spaces. Think about Mercedes, and he's been winning all these years. They don't even want him to be an ambassador. I mean, it's, you're like, oh, it's not racial, Erica. It's classist, and it's a little bit of racism too, right? And then on top of that, could be for 5-10 years plus. Who knows? So he stops being a great racer, right? This is crazy money. And this is the same thing when we talked about baseball. It's going to be so crazy because you don't understand the amount of money that is coming to these organizations. You're talking about billions of dollars. This is why the NFL and even college football, when all these like kind of poor people are complaining, these kids are getting paid and you're calling the kid independent contractors. Erica, they're not independent contractors. They get scholarships from schools. And like, I don't even argue with people anymore. It's a new finance bro level to this stuff that if you just go down the rabbit hole, when Spotify shunned Joe Budden, and I was like, this is disgusting, right? This whole thing with Joe Budden, they wouldn't give him money. It didn't make any sense to me. They've been number one for 3 years. They brought over Joe Rogan. They gave Joe Rogan $100 million. Then they gave him, it was uncovered through leaks. They gave him almost $200 million in stock. Well, then when Patrick David broke it down, he said in that day, Spotify gained $5 billion on the stock market. So who cares if we gave Joe Rogan $100 million and we gave him a bunch of stock because we made $5 billion? This is exactly what's happening right here with the Ferrari. They just made $10 billion. Oh, the guy wants $100 million. We don't give a shit. That's chump change in the scheme of the stock market money that was just made. And this is why I brought on Diamond Dave for Financial November, and I will continue if however 2025 turns out. I would love to have more stock events because I think our community is missing out on billions of dollars because we do not understand stocks, or we were like, we see it, we know money's moving, and we're not. If I could explain to y'all how much, and I took a picture and I think it's on the community wall, but for members only, YouTube members, you guys can see it. I took a picture and put it up there just for you guys. Like, that's my full business plan, right? It's like YouTube, throw in the brands, throw it in the stock market, throw in the crypto, and then like whatever, the surplus, the building over, the 10% goes into the real estate. But like, I can see now where people are getting up to $50 million through a combination of brands and YouTube, right? There was a YouTuber the other day, he posted his behind the scenes stuff and he had a video do 230,000 views. He didn't even have the monetization turned on. Let me say it again. The guy had a video go the other day, pretty much go viral, 237,000 views, and he didn't even have the monetization turned on. I want you to understand it's bigger than the YouTube check. Yes, you need the money from YouTube, but if you have an actual YouTube channel that actually VSL style sends people to a product or a service or a business, you make millions. You make millions. And so again, what's the person? What's the problem? What's the product? Man, I just don't think y'all understand how crazy this is going to be. Start where you are, use what you have, right? Something I'll keep saying over and over again. Just start where you are, use what you have. All right, let me get out of this. Let me back out of this. Let me go to the next. And so now let's really hit because people are going to just try to get out of the way. That's really what's going to happen. People are going to try to get out the way or reduce savings. Now, here, I'm going to show you this. Now, a lot of people say, well, Erica, people are leaving Austin. I listened to that one guy who's always wrong for the past 3 years about where people are moving. And he said that Austin's crashing. And I just want to show you this. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's like where young people are moving because he's so wrong. It's disgusting. And people still watch him. And I'm like, salute. This platform refuses to give me the numbers I want, and I'm okay with that because I figured out a few things this year that's going to get me the numbers I want. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, so let's go. The top 10 counties Americans 25 to 42 are immigrating to. Now, they told you, oh man, they're leaving Denver. They're leaving Austin, Texas. They're leaving this part of Texas. It's all inaccurate. They're moving to Hayes County, which is a suburb of Austin. They're moving to Parker County, Texas. They're moving to Comal County. They're moving to Long County, Georgia. Anybody here know what Long County, Georgia is? Put it in the comments if you know where Long County, Georgia is. Anybody know where Long County, Georgia is? Let me know. Let me know. Let me look it up myself. Make sure I got it right. Because I thought it was another city and I had to check. Okay. Where's Long County, Georgia? What is Long County, Georgia? Somebody look it up, okay? Now look at Dawson County. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Dawson County, Georgia. Where's Dawson County, Georgia? What's over there? What's over in Dawson County? All right. Okay. Again, Custer County, Colorado. Where is it at? What is it beside? All right. What is it near? Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs. People complain about the cost of Colorado Springs and Pueblo, Colorado. What are they going to do? Move a little bit further down. They're moving to the suburbs. They're moving to what we would consider the rural areas. Why are they moving there? Why are they moving there? Put in the comments. Why are these people moving to the suburbs? What sense does it make? Why would they do that? Why are people moving to Kaufman County, Texas? Where is Kaufman County, Texas? Where's Kaufman County, Texas? It's to the right of Dallas. It's to the right of Dallas. So guess what? Every time someone says, well, no, people are moving to Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, New York. No, they're not. No, they're not. There's investors dumping money there, but they don't have to. If they were smart, they'd look at this list right here and they would put money in those counties. They would build new construction and run duplexes in those counties. That's what they would do. That's what they would do. I'm just telling you. Comal County. Again, I'll do a whole video on this. Comal County. What is Comal County? Wimberley, New Braunfels, San Marcos. What did I just tell y'all? Everybody leaving from Austin, going south. That's the county they're moving to. That's the county they're moving to. Okay? Even let's look up Rockwall County. Let me just show you. Because they'll tell you, oh, they're leaving parts of Texas. They're leaving. Who's telling you this? What do they have to financially gain from it? Rock County, Texas is to the upper left of Dallas, to the right of Plano. I mean, to the right of Dallas. My bad. To the right of, I can do a whole video on this too, if you guys want. If you're in Wealth Wednesdays, let me know. We'll do a video. I can actually record this off camera and put it in there tomorrow. Let's see if I got time on my schedule. I'll record this and I'll do it. That's what I'll do. We'll do a whole breakdown, a separate video breakdown on this. Let me stop. Let me get out of here. But I want y'all to understand, every time these goofballs out here like, the city's declining, people leaving. It's like, no, they're not. Right? Los Angeles lost 4% of its population. That's a big number. Kings County or Brooklyn lost 8% of its population. A lot of people try to act like that doesn't matter, but it does. A lot of young people are moving to South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee's, oftentimes for work. Some people are moving to Flint, Michigan, right? Why are they going there? Work, family. Knoxville, right? Huntsville, Alabama. The aerospace is taking off, right? Huge battery technology going in along I-85 from Atlanta up to Spartansboro. They're calling it the battery belt in the South because billions of manufacturing investments are going there. Y'all not ready? I'll do a whole video on this. Let me stop. And again, 2010, a lot of young people flocked to cities. Now they're leaving. If you've done the past 10 to 12 years in a city, you're like, all right, what else? You've already done that city. You did all you could do in that city, right? You did all you could do in that city. I'm just being honest with you. As a person who lives in Austin, I've been looking to build something in Georgetown, Texas for a minute. And I've been looking for a ranch in Texas for a minute. You know what I mean? Even like small 10, 15 acres, which doesn't sound like a big ranch, but it's like, oh, well, I could have some animals and some stuff out there and a couple workers working it, tending to it. And it's a weekend ranch, what we call a weekend ranch. I just want y'all to understand. Anyway, I'll do a whole video breaking this down. I'll do a separate video. I should have broke this into a separate video. If you guys want that, put a yes in the comments. You want that separate video? You want me to talk about it? Just put a yes in the comments. And I'm going to go ahead and focus on the automation. Finance bros. Okay. So some of these are going to be tough. Brace yourself. We're going to be hitting them back and forth here. Okay. So are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Come on. Let me know if you're ready. I hope you are. Now, many people are like, Erica, are you talking about all this automation stuff? We got to. Because everybody thinks automation is terrible. Everybody's losing money. Everybody's going to lose all their money. No. Don't do that. Don't fear it. Embrace it. This is a prime example. Okay.
Check out the link in my bio and subscribe to my daily AI newsletter. A legally blind woman now has better than 20/20 vision after a new AI-powered laser surgery. This new LASIK procedure creates a digital clone of your eyes from a 10-minute scan. The AI then tests 2,000 laser patterns on the digital eye to find the perfect treatment. In clinical trials, every single one of the 200 patients ended up with better than 20/20 vision 3 months after surgery. Some even reached 20/10 vision, which is twice as good as normal eyesight. It works by minimizing image distortion on the retina, letting people see clearer than ever before. The patient had worn thick glasses since age 5 and was legally blind from astigmatism and extreme short-sightedness. But after one procedure, she can now see better than most people in the world. For more stories like this, check out the link in my bio and subscribe to my daily AI newsletter. A legally blind woman now has better than 20/20 vision after a new AI-powered laser surgery. This new LASIK procedure creates a digital clone of your eyes from a 10-minute scan. The AI then tests 2,000 laser patterns on the digital eye to find the perfect treatment. In clinical trials, every single one of the 200 patients ended up with better than 20/20 vision 3 months after surgery. Some even reached 20/10 vision, which is twice as good as normal eyesight. It works by minimizing image distortion on the retina, letting people see clearer than ever before. The patient had worn thick glasses since age 5 and was legally blind from astigmatism and extreme short-sightedness. But after one procedure, she can now see better than most people in the world. For more stories like this, check out the link in my bio.
Okay, I don't know if you guys remember, it was like Galactica or something like that. It had Ethan Hawke. It was a movie with Ethan Hawke in it. And Ethan Hawke was like, his parents couldn't afford at the time, the new technology. So he was born with like a little heart murmur defect or whatever. And he had glasses. And then his parents had good money. So then his brother was born, Vincent, and he would always beat his brother when they would go swim as kids. And he'd be like, we have to turn back. And he's like, how are you beating me all these years? And he's like, I never saved anything for the swim back. Like he was giving it his all. He was willing to die out there, right? And he ended up wanting to go to space. But long story short, if you go see the movie, if you know what movie I'm talking about, put it in the comments. If you know what movie I'm talking about, with Ethan Hawke, and he was it was like Galactica. I'm trying to think what it was called, but long of the story short, what it was is it had to be Galactica. Yeah, it was. It was like Gattaca. I had to look on my phone real quick. And it was so good. I love that movie to this day, 1997, because that's where we're moving towards, right? All these people trying to do BBLs and surgeries and trying to, get these perfect eyes. And that's where AI is going, right? Like in the movie, you put these contacts on because, people who were enhanced didn't have eye problems. They didn't wear glasses. What are you talking about? Right? Good movie. Classic movie. It was Jude Law had hair back in the day. But check it out. Check it out on your own time. Why am I bringing that up? Because the way people talk about AI is like, it's destroying everything. I'm like, it's going to have a lot of improvements. All right. It's going to have a lot of good too. And people aren't ready for that. They're not. Now, I'm gonna go a little finance bro, then I'm gonna come back to automation because it gets a little dark. A little dark. Well, you know what? Let's hit the darkness now. Okay? Because they're gonna spend a lot of time. And this is gonna lead the way to this. So let me go ahead and start with this. Let me go here. Because this little clip I'm gonna show you is the pathway to where this is going. Okay, let me get there. Dang, it's too many. I got too many in here. I apologize. All right, here it is. North Carolina's Atrium Health says it will forgive the debts of 11,500 people less than a week after NBC News reported that the company has aggressively pursued former patients' medical debts, placing liens on their homes on bills. Now, of course, people already listen. Come on now. Look, you already know what people gonna say. Look, the Luigi effect. This is just a door opener to this. Where this is going with automation. This is a door opener. I want you to understand. They're opening the door for something with this. And I have my whole theories about the Luigi thing, and I'm gonna leave them be. Because boy, I tell you, I had some. I posted them and I said, let me take this down before they get me. And I'll show you who's going to get you in a second. Give me a second. I'm going to show you. But Luigi is going to lead the door to when you start having more smart contracts. And again, Undercut Underground talks a lot about this. Not always. He talks a lot of silly stuff, but he does talk about cryptocurrency and smart contracts. Now, I will explain to y'all. There's a video I'm going to show y'all. I heard this 3 years ago. Was it 3 or 4 years? Was it 4 years? I think it was 3 years ago. At the conference where Ty Lopez's doctor friend, that's really smart but awkward, he was talking about smart contracts and tokenization, and everybody in the room's brains were like fried because it was a room full of real estate guys who were flipping, building real estate, buying real estate, and it's almost like it went over their heads. And that's okay. It went over a lot of people. It went over my head for a second, and I realized I got it as soon as he said it. But part of why it was so interesting to me, and it still burns into my head what he was talking about, is a lot of this stuff has been coming down the pipeline 4 or 5 years ago. We are just now, in the next 4 years, we're going to be like, oh, wait, what happened? And so I'm going to get there. This is part of why the whole cryptocurrency thing is important. Okay, let me get to the next one. Because honestly, if you're in North Carolina, let's say your parents want to sell a house and they got, and you know, they're like, you can't be putting medical debt on dead people. Oh, we didn't put it on dead people. We put it on the house. And you want to sell your parents' house after they died. Anyway, let me go here. Let me go here. This is very important. I want you to hear it well.
Autonomous organization. And it's going to be ran by something called smart contracts, which is just a list of automations on what to do. That's why crypto is going on. That's why blockchain technology is going up. There will be no one to blame because it's going to be nothing but a computer automation. So, bro, that was just hit in New York. He could have obviously been the catalyst or the martyr to go further into cryptocurrency in these DAOs, to fearmonger these CEOs to start using this technology. Like, hey, if you don't want this happening to you, you should do a DAO. Everything's going to be automated. All we want is a percentage of the transactions. A lot of this has to do with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Like, a lot of everything that is going on has to do with this. And all of these Web3 companies are going to get their piece of these transactions that's going to happen from this automation. Like, they already started putting the DMV onto the blockchain. In California right now, they put everyone's titles, I think, onto the Avalanche network. So imagine when the DMV is on there. There ain't nobody to talk to. It's just an app or a kiosk. So when they decide they want to charge you something that was $45, now it's $150, who you gonna go to? Who you gonna complain to? When you call customer service, it's gonna be an AI bot that you're gonna be speaking to that's gonna handle the issue, while the money from the transactions that you have to pay flows into their wallet. And that little $2 service charge flows into the wallets of the Web3 service providers. That's the world we're getting into very, very fast. So the word CEO is not going to exist no more. It's going to be DAO. I'm only sharing this information because I've written DAOs before. Even my videos I post on social media, they're even automated. Right now, I have a whole month worth of videos that are automated, that are just going to come out at the same time every single day while I go live my life. Well, not this one. It's actually a live one. But you get what I'm saying? DAOs are coming. There's going to be no more eating the rich because it's going to be nothing but a server room. All those empty skyscrapers that's in New York City are going to end up being server rooms. Semiconductor businesses will be a great stock to look at.
You guys, if we keep glamorizing capping billionaires and CEOs, then all of those...
They're going to start using DAOs. As a person that's been in crypto for years and seeing what's going on with blockchain technology, and as you would say, the New World Order, automation, and all that, they're going to use something that's called a DAO. DAO. It's a decentralized autonomous organization. And it's going to be ran by something called smart contracts, which is just a list of automations on what to do. That's why crypto is going on. That's why blockchain technology is going up. There will be no one to blame because it's going to be nothing but a computer automation. So, bro, that was just hit in New York. He could have obviously been the catalyst or the martyr to go further into cryptocurrency in these DAOs.
Okay, I'm not going to make you listen to all that again, but I want you to understand, and I'll put a link to that somewhere. I got to figure out where to put that link, but this is what I particularly heard 4 years ago at that conference. And when Ty Lopez's buddy, the doctor, was talking, everybody in the room's eyes were glossing over. And I'm like, tokenization, that you're going to be talking tokens when you're talking about buying land from people and and trying to sell it overseas and all this. It was very complicated. I'm not gonna lie. Even as a very I'm gonna brag a little bit. I'm a very smart person. I'm very well read. I'm very tested throughout school, high school, college, and elementary school. I promise you, I was studying it and I was like, this is someone. But as I speak right now, and I'm very transparent to my students and my digital liberty warriors and my middleman to millions, like all the dollars that I make, it pretty much goes marketing, ads. Take that money in inventory, cycle it back out, send it straight to stocks and crypto right now. And even as I'm not, I have a couple accounts. A lot of stuff I'm just stacking on is real estate, REITs, and then some really high interest other stuff. Just throwing as much as I can pull out of my accounts into Nvidia, and Tesla, and a couple of other companies that I've watched a video on. If you pay attention to what I post on the community wall lately, I'll tell you what I'm watching, because what he's talking about, semiconductors, the reason Samsung's I'm talking about billions of dollars into where I'm at in Texas. They have not one but two facilities in Central Texas and a massive one, and they're going to keep both. I don't think y'all understand how much America and how fast it's going to be in the next 4 years. It's going to be crazy. And so I'm just dumping a lot of money into crypto, but I'm actually studying, and this is part of my winter solstice break and why some of these videos aren't live. I'm just studying every day, like 2 to 4 hours. And I'm like, all right, I got extra 100 here, I got extra 200 here. Where am I putting it? Right? Daily, right? Even if I'm trading a little bit as I'm learning from Diamond Dave and a few others, it's like I'm trading and just the little bit of money I'm making, I'm like, okay, where can I put it? Where can I put it to hold or to sit until I'm ready? Even one of my banks, I went to go to the bank and I said, hey, can I get, you guys have a secure loan against your stocks. The guy said, oh man, that's an impressive stock count you got. But in order for us to give you that 100% loan, you have to move all your money and work with our advisor company. And at the time I thought, man, that's kind of greedy. That's kind of crazy. I'd lose all my positions. I just had a deep conversation with them. But I said, that's how they're going to do it. That's how a lot of banks are like, oh yeah, we'll totally give you 100% off your whole stock. And we'll give you 100% loan off your stocks. As long as you're using our advisors, you're using our firm, or you have the money in a place where we can access it. And literally, I love this bank because, it started in a tech area out west. And so I just love this bank. And I'm almost like, all right, if I have extra 25,000 or 50,000, I'm going to work with their advisor, put it over there, and immediately take a loan from it. I'm talking about, he said within a week, with the money in their system, within a week, you can get a 100% loan now. And this is what's happening with Tesla, Elon Musk, all these people. They have all these stocks and they're just taking a loan out against the stocks. And you may see some people doing videos on borrow, invest, and die. Basically the guys never sell what they have, their assets. They just borrow from them. And that's what most of America is, where, they have this company and banks keep letting them borrow money on it because they have this company. They know they have this goose egg that they can keep milking. And that's what secured loan right now is looking like. But I want to show that because, and here's the second part to that video I want to show you and why I believe that's happening. Not the second part of that video, but I hope I'm not losing you guys. I hope I'm not losing you guys in this conversation today. But if I am, my apologies. We'll have more time to dive into this stuff. Let me pull this up. Why do I think what he just said makes sense? This right here. Biden gives Pfizer and Moderna shield from being sued for COVID vaccine injuries and deaths until 2029. Biden on his way out I'm talking about pardoning people who should never be pardoned. He's allowing all kind of people to slide out the door. And again, the whole pardon system is very much a who's your lawyer, who's your marketing team that's promoting for you to get pardoned. All right. It's real wild right now. But let me see if I can. Do I have it on my phone? I don't. No, I do. Biden committed the prison sentence for Miri Skitseva, a cancer doctor who gave diluted chemo drugs to patients as part of an $8 million Medicare fraud. He also reused old needles, leading to a lawsuit by a patient who claimed he contracted HIV. And that's who Biden's pardoning. So the stuff y'all say about Trump, you can never win me on this, because there's people that he are pardoning. It's insane. Right. Another thing is the frustration from liberals after losing to Donald Trump again, and culture shifting away from them. But Biden and the Dems aren't at any of the Army Navy games because they think attending events like that are beneath them. Attending normal sporting events are beneath them. I don't want you to understand. Like, a lot of y'all are trying to be so smart. You're trying to be so smart. You're trying to, I don't attend sports, Erica. I don't do that. I don't do, and I, because I was sharing, even I give Aaron Claire, me and him, where we talk on the phone or we do dinner. I'm like, dude, the sports thing, I still have to do business. I still have to do belly to belly business with people. And what is belly to belly? It's face to face. And if you're a woman, it's very difficult. To be in men's spaces. I don't like cigars as much anymore. I do like them, but I can only do so much, y'all. My voice be struggling, okay? And so when I can't do cigars, I can't do the smoke lounges, where can we do that? That's the equalizer. Games. If you see me with my season tickets at the girls' basketball games and somebody sitting beside me, that's business. We're enjoying the game for sure, but that's business. If you see me at the tennis matches that University of Texas girls are doing next year, that's business. And I'm telling you, the University of Texas girls, basketball, volleyball, soccer, everybody, they done won. It's the men ain't did nothing. You have, what's his name? Kevin Durant floating around a WNBA team for Austin, Texas by 2027. And they already have a website up, collected the emails, trying to see what's the interest. Why are they having a landing page where they're collecting emails? If they can convince, look, we have 100,000, 200,000 emails of people ready to buy season tickets for a women's WNBA team, the team doesn't start off in an absolute devastating negative. There's an Austin women's softball team. It's just so freaking hot in the summer. But I'm buying season tickets for them coming up. They only play a couple games. They only got like 4 teams. You know what I mean? That go across a couple states. But it's like, that's the future, right? You're gonna have to go to events and network and talk with people, and the CEOs won't be as important as the company and who can get you this contract. Okay, so just look at that. You see it on the screen. You know why I'm showing it, because you're gonna see in about 4 years, they're gonna really be like, oh, that documentary As I Die Suddenly. Oh yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, that was real. They always do that. They always wait a couple years later. Oh yeah, that was real. You know how I know? Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Boom. Perfect example. George Stephanopoulos and ABC apologized to Trump and agreed to pay a $15 million to settle a defamation lawsuit. Think about that. They're paying because they lied. You don't pay $15 million to settle with somebody if you didn't lie. Oh, we never lied. It's provable. Then they wouldn't be peddling and they wouldn't be settling. And this is the stuff you're not going to hear on the news, though. They're not going to promote, yeah, we had to pay them. You're never going to hear that. They're not going to be running around telling you how they had to pay this man because they lied. And now you got people like my mom, my aunts, and them, you start bringing up stuff about Trump. Yes, they said that on TV. I'm like, but that's not true. That's not true. Again, media is very powerful, right? Who's promoted right now in our news and media is crazy. This is why I'm just I'm realizing, like, okay, the number of affiliates and people I need to push out what I'm trying to do, huge. The guy who, when I showed y'all that girl, those 2 girls who made 5 million and then 2 million, let's just say hypothetically, they made 7 million together, right? 7 million for this company. The company sells a product for $2,500. They make $1,000 every time they make a sale. So let's just do the math. Let's just say times 2. So they made the company $14 million and walked away with 7. Come on, man. And the company is one guy. He just had a ton of affiliates running around all over the internet marketing this company. It's simple as that. And half those affiliates that made a ton of money, they've already gone to the model of their own product, their own service, their own coaching, because that's where it goes. That's why I tell y'all, when I talk about digital marketing and affiliate marketing, man, that rabbit hole, you can make all kind of crazy money. And if you get 10 to 100 affiliates underneath you promoting all the same product, man, bananas. And so now for myself, I'm just like, oh yeah, let's just go give a couple affiliates 50% and call it a day and keep it moving. Because Todd Milley did that. You got 50% to help sell his stock course all those years. So when he made $1 million, hey, you made $1 million. He made $500,000, you made $500,000, right? So it's just one of those things. But let me keep it moving. That's the next one. Here's the next one. This is important. Let me show you this. And if you're appreciating the content, just drop a one in the comments so I know that, this content is helpful. It makes sense. I try to keep it all under the same umbrella. Somebody may watch this and be like, I don't understand how all this is connected, Erica. Okay, slow down. Watch the video again. The best way I can say it. Here you go.
All of them, okay? That's relevant because we've been working with Twitter now since it was founded. We worked with the old regime, working with the new regime. Like, I'm talking to Elon, and we're trying to work with them.
He's literally bragging out loud about how they have daily meetings with all the social media companies. Sorry, not even just social media platforms. He said Zoom private conversations in order to censor speech they do not like. And let's just be 100% straight up. The ADL is not a civil rights group. It is an intelligence organization operating within the United States on behalf of another country. You're going to want to hear this.
We opened a center in Silicon Valley back in 2017. And the woman who runs it, she's the next Facebook executive. I have software engineers and data scientists working at ADL. We're monitoring all this stuff. And we're working with all the platforms, by the way, Google and YouTube and Meta and Twitter and Reddit and Steam and Amazon, all these companies. From like Apple to Zoom, we work with all of them, okay? That's relevant because we've been working with Twitter now since it was founded. We worked with the old regime, working with the new regime. Like, I'm talking to Elon, and we're trying to work with them.
He's literally bragging out loud about how they have daily meetings with all the social media companies. Sorry, not even just social media platforms. He said Zoom private conversations in order to censor speech they do not like. And let's just be 100% straight up. The ADL is not a civil rights group. It is an intelligence organization operating within the United States on behalf of another country. You're going to want to hear this.
We opened a center in Silicon Valley back in 2017. And the woman who runs it, she's the next Facebook executive. I have software engineers and data scientists working at ADL. We're monitoring all this stuff. And we're working with all the platforms, by the way, Google and YouTube and Meta and Twitter and Reddit and Steam.
Again, this is why when I say them people, y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop playing on me. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about when I say them people. Okay? Them people. Okay? Them people. Keep saying the wrong words. Why are all my videos labeled super controversial? You already know what time it is. This is a Jewish organization controlling what you say on your platform. That's big money. That's why when that rapper made songs about Asian people or Jewish people or gay people, immediately it's a no. Immediately it's a no. Immediately. We've already been infiltrated here. What are you talking about? Immediately it's a no. So let me keep it moving. Because I don't want the comments to be crazy. Because I already know y'all gonna be in these comments crazy. Let me again, finance bro, construction bro. Takeover. Here we go. Are y'all ready?
To power data centers that are being used for AI. Oh, and what's that? The reason why this is the only nuclear power reactor being restarted in recent American history is because Microsoft trained AI language models to understand nuclear regulatory paperwork to fill out the 2 million pages worth of documents needed to turn back on this generator that only they will use for 825 megawatts. Oh, and what's that? The company is not going to call it 3 Mile Island. They're rebranding it. Great. Oh, happy day. They're restarting the nuclear reactors on 3 Mile Island, also known as America's Chernobyl. We're so excited. And what's that? They're not going to be using it to power homes or electric cars or hospitals. 3 Mile Island's nuclear reactor is only going to be used by Microsoft in a 20-year contract to power data centers that are being used for AI. Oh, and what's that? The reason why this is the only nuclear power reactor being restarted in recent American history is because Microsoft trained AI language models to understand nuclear regulatory paperwork to fill out the 2 million pages worth of documents needed to turn back on this generator that only they will use for 825 megawatts. Oh, and what's that? The company is not going to call it 3 Mile Island. They're rebranding it. Great. Oh, happy day. They're restarting the nuclear reactors on 3 Mile.
What did I tell you about Elon Musk getting a nuclear reactor in Austin by the airport? A mini one. What did I tell you? What did I tell you about Microsoft and all these people? They are training the AI to do what? It would take 3 years, 4 years, and countless staff to just dig and write and dig and write and fight for this. It would take so much staff. It would take so much staff. That's why they're not doing it. They're training a computer to do it. They're training a computer to do it. Instead of me paying lawyers billions of dollars, I'm going to train a computer to do it, what needs to be done. I'm going to train a computer. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's why you need to understand automation. You need to want to learn how to work with it. This is very vital. Okay. And so again, you may say, Erica, whoa, this is way out my wheelhouse. You know, I just want to stick with digital Liberty Warriors and make digital content and products. Cool, great. Let's get our money up and do that. But make sure we're understanding where this is going. They're going to put computers on to tell the government why they should open this back up, and all the red tape and regulations that we talk about, that people say, what regulations? You can start anything you want in America. No, there's a lot of regulation. We're going to put a computer on it to fight it. Not a lawyer, not somebody been in law school their whole life, a computer. Okay. Let me go ahead and to the next. Give you this one right here real quick. Let me give you this. I love this. These little memes on this little page.
I understand. Do you? Do you? This is it. I'm telling you, this is it. And I understand. Do you? Do you? This is it.
All right, so this is Meme House. What the F? Again, you can make a ton of money on Instagram just sharing a ton of memes and get paid from it. It says, explaining to bros that this is the golden bull run, is the last chance we have to make generational wealth. Again, I like these. These are cool. I like sharing them. If people get them, they get them. I have 2 more, and I'm going to show it. I'm going to wrap it up for you guys. If you're liking the video so far, just drop a 1 in the comments so I know when I come back and read all these amazing comments that I know you guys are going to leave, that it's enjoyable, because you're going to be like, man, finance bros, you know, they're fake rich, fake Rolexes. There's a lot of like traders are different from finance bros. It's a whole different level. Again, here's the guy they love so much. Here, let him say it as we get ready to wrap this up.
Skills now, you can become incredibly wealthy at a very young age.
Who's winning in this economy right now?
The rich. Guys like me. But if you're better at some skills now, you can become incredibly wealthy at a very young age.
Who's winning in this economy right now?
The rich. Guys like me. But if you're better at some skills now, you can become incredibly wealthy at a very young age.
Who's winning in this?
Okay, so what does that mean? All right. That's where Middleman to Millions comes in. That's where I talk about you can improve your skills in a lot of other ways. And if you can host, manage people, or you can market, for local companies, yeah, that's where you're going to make a ton of your money. It's a skill. All that stuff is a skill. Let me go and give you another one. Ooh, I have another one for y'all. Here it is. And we're going to wrap it up with these last 2. Yeah, last 2. Okay, this is perfect.
We've got to bet against the market before it collapses, and we've got to do it now.
And what makes you think the market will collapse?
Because it's a terrorist attack.
Damn market hasn't moved an inch.
Because everyone else is glued to the fucking TV, Mark. Can't you see?
You better be fucking right, you little bitch.
You're on board the East Cooper and I'll do the airlines and the insurance.
Right, listen up, you motherfuckers. We're going in against the market. Let's go. All right, move.
Damn if I do, damned if I don't. You know I got a girl back home. You got a man, what you want? What you want? What these bitches want from a nigga?
What'd you say? Okay, so sorry, you guys. All right, so if you saw that video, if you can see it, they're basically shorting everything. What are they doing? They're shorting everything, and it was just a millisecond before, we all remember 9/11. That was horrible. It's just like a millisecond before it hit, right? And so I know the screen might be small. I apologize for that, but it's like that is how money's made, right? They're shorting everything. I'm talking about they're shorting oil, they're shorting airlines, they're shorting travel, Prudential, MetLife, they're shorting silver, they're shorting everything. 12 million short, they're shorting silver. Why? Because they knew when bad things happen, stuff like that happen. Same thing with COVID. A lot of people made a ton of money when they shorted the Carnival cruises, the airlines, everything, and it all came back because everything's cyclical. This is why I tell you it's a finance bro, construction bro takeover 25. If you have some knowledge or you understand what I just showed, a lot of people unfortunately made a ton of money during 9/11. They made a ton of money, right? We make fun of Trump, but here he's trolling Jim Cramer. I will always salute that because that's hilarious to me. And I'm gonna finish it there with the Jim Cramer because I think Trump's hilarious to me. But again, let me see, pull it up. Again, that's why I'll keep bringing on Diamond Dave and people because I want you to understand the transition that's happening right now in our marketplace.
What can you say to the working person who owns stocks? Should they buy more stock?
Well, I don't want to get into a situation where they do and we have a dip or something, because that can always happen. You know that better than anybody in the world, probably. I think you're the leading authority in going up and going down, but you always end up. He always ends up. That's the good news.
What can you say to the working person who owns stocks? Should they buy more stock?
Well, I don't want to get into a situation where they do and we have a dip or something, because that can always happen. You know that better than anybody in the world, probably. I think you're the leading authority in going up and going down, but you always end up. He always ends up. That's the good news.
What can you say to the working person who owns stocks? Should they buy more stock?
Well, I don't want to get into a situation where they do and we have a dip or something, because that can always happen. You know that better than anybody in the world, probably. I think you're the leading authority in going up.
All right. So again, they were talking about nervous laughter that probably lost the world $10 trillion, making fun of it. But this is overheard on Wall Street. You guys, I just want you to understand, why did I do this show? Why am I talking about this stuff? What's going to happen is automation on steroids, right? And that's fine. And if you're in my digital rewards, we talk about some of the automation you can use to pick up TikTok affiliates, pick up all these people. Someone even put in the comments in one of our groups, well, what if TikTok gets banned? Stop saying that shit. That's like saying Facebook's going to get banned. That's like saying all this other stuff's going to get banned. When something's making billions of dollars for people, they will figure out a way to keep it going. Stocks, crypto, you name it. When something's making people billions of dollars, they will figure out to keep it going. Start where you are. There was a guy talking about how he wrote a blog and he wrote it every day and he didn't tell people. He just kept improving the SEO. If you dictate an hour a day, no matter what you choose, you can go crazy with this, right? Whatever, right? Why did I talk about construction bros? The next 10 years, people are going to have to repair these old houses. They're going to have to repair all these rural areas. I'll do a separate video on the rural video. You guys comments, I see them. I'm going to do a separate video on that. And that's what we'll do, right? But I promise you, the next 10 years, that's what they're going to do. Be clear on your target. What do you need to be doing daily? Okay. What do I need to be doing daily? I tell it to myself, like I tell y'all, I'm checking inventory right now for the big, crazy January through April timeframe where people get new year, new me. I'm tinkering with all my ads now before the spring comes. So what works, what doesn't, wasn't. Okay. I'm picking up affiliates every day. All this stuff is on automation. I'm in winter solstice mode. Like one of the last 2 days at the beach, I literally just sat on the beach, just soaking up all this vitamin D sun I could, like a cat sitting in the sun, because I already know how my body works. I already know we are just the end of the year, tiredness, sleepiness, lack of vitamin D. I'm hyping up all the supplements right now because I know how it works. I know how our bodies work. Everything needs to rest. Everything. There's nothing on this earth that doesn't need to rest. Okay. And so again, be clear on your target. What's the target? You know, somebody commented a couple days ago, how can I make $1 million from 100,000? And I'd be like, start a business, right? What's the product you serve? What are you going to sell? Right? I could do a whole video on that too, but be clear on your target, right? Let's say you're saying, Erica, I want to wholesale, I want to buy land, I want to do real estate heavy. Again, an hour every day, can you drive around your city, different neighborhoods, and write down vacant houses and send a letter? I literally have friends still doing that, making 10 to 20 calls a day. By the end of the year, you will make 200 to 300,000 because you'll be literally that guy or girl who is the person who buys houses, the person who buys vacant. If you want to do that with tax liens, you want to just go heavy on studying online. You don't want to get in your car. Tax liens. What markets where you could put $500, $1,000, $2,000 and turn around and sell that property for money. You can do that. I keep trying to explain to y'all, it's a big marketplace for that. It will still be that because the next 10 years, you have all these baby boomers passing away, leftover lands, inherited lands nobody wants. They're talking about how women are going to be 49% of all, the wealth in the world. And that's because people's husbands die. There's even a wealthy man who they found out his wife, very much younger wife, like 30 years younger wife and son were starving him. Y'all, it's going to get crazy. Okay. Cash flow first. If you don't cash flow first and you have to ask people for money, you're at the mercy of those people you ask money from. I know it personally. I know it in real life and in business life. You're at the mercy of people who want to cash out quick. And none of this stuff is a 2 year to 5 year cash out. This stuff, if you're going to invest in Detroit, you're going to invest in Cleveland, you're going to invest in Texas, it's like a 10-year hold. I mean, I'm putting this down. If you want to invest in the Midwest, that's a 10-year hold. If you want to invest in parts of Texas, you want to build some new construction, turn around and sell it, you can make money that way because it's just the level of people moving. Like those counties I showed you, I'll do a whole separate video on that. That's going to be big money, big movement. Okay. Again, if you can write, you can think. If you can speak, write, or plan, you'll do well in this economy coming up. You'll do very well. So again, I don't want to hold you here much longer. I know we've been here a long time. If you enjoyed the show, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Again, check out Digital Liberty Warriors. You guys have been the best. I'm super excited for 2025. It's about to be owned like popcorn, like Donkey Kong. However they used to say those phrases. And this is your girl, Erica, Classic on Blog. See you guys later. You've probably been seeing these commercials for Middleman to Millions course. What is Middleman to Millions? We're teaching so many people how to have service businesses. The upcoming year, one of the fastest growing businesses you will see are service businesses and digital businesses. Why is that? Because so many things need repairs, need maintenance. And guess what? We have a shortage of men and also women who could do things. Listen, I'm not the best with a hammer, but I know I can gather a crew of people to get things done. And that's what I've done with 2 of my service businesses. And that's what I'll be teaching if you check us out in the Middleman to Millions course. And look forward to us on the road with Digital Liberty Tour 2024. It's Erica Williams.